Vibratory urticaria associated with a Missense variant in ADGRE2. I am Jenniffer Ochoa from Catholic University, and here is my topic. Definition: Vibratory urticaria is a genetic mutation responsible for a rare form of inherited hives induced by vibration. It was identified in a missense substitution in ADGRE2, a G protein coupled receptor, which was predicted to result in the replacement of cysteine with tyrosine at amino acid position C492Y. The ADGRE2 receptor undergoes autocatalytic cleavage, producing an extracellular subunit that non-covalently binds a transmembrane subunit. The variant probably destabilizes an autoinhibitory subunit interaction, sensitizing mast cells to Ig-independent vibration, induced degranulation, and increased histamine levels in serum.
The vibration of the mobile, to be mounted on bus, running, clapping. A mechanical vibration in general. Although it is little known to the general public, urticaria, or angioedema, vibration is one of the most curious and rare allergies world. So far, being a rare disease, the mechanism was poorly understood. But a group of American NIH researchers have discovered that yes, it is an allergy and have identified the genetic mutation that causes it. A mechanism that will help us understand better the immune system. Angioedema and urticaria are processes of swelling on the skin, one under her and the other on its surface, as welts, are usually caused by an allergic reaction, when the immune system detects an allergen releases histamine. This mediates hypersensitivity reactions, hence, allergy medications called antihistamines. The first issue to be resolved, of course, was whether this was a strange ailment allergy or rather another kind of thing. To do real-time measured levels of blood histamine during outbreaks of a lot of members of 3 different families who suffer this type of vibratory urticaria. And indeed, there were plenty. After analyzing the DNA of these 3 families, they found that a gene mutation ADGRE2 was the key to the problem. This gene regulates a number of characteristics of mast cells, cells that produce and store histamine, proteins. The mutation that causes the vibratory urticaria causes mast cells are less stable and that, in certain vibrational frequencies, automatically initiate allergic reactions. So yes, you can be allergic to vibration but does not seem possible to develop the allergy without a fairly rare genetic predisposition. Besides curious, this work has a double social utility. The first is that just with scientific theories, as with bananas with AIDS, began to run over the network on the dangers of vibration of mobile phones. And the second is that research on rare diseases such as vibratory urticaria helps us better understand how the immune system works and how it reacts to certain allergen triggers, such as Anthony S. Fauci says, one of the authors of the research.
Applications in medicine. People with familial vibratory urticaria produce a mutated ADGRE2 protein in which this subunit interaction is less stable, which causes hives and other allergy symptoms. The ADGRE2 subunit interaction plays a key role in the mast cell's response to certain physical stimuli, which could have implications for other diseases in which mast cells are involved. The scientists plan to study what happens to the alpha subunit post-vibration and to unravel the cellular signaling leading to degranulation. They also plan to recruit more families with vibratory urticaria to further study the disorder and look for additional mutations in ADGRE2 and other genes. Even if doctors succeed in identifying the cause, only some patients can be cured by the appropriate therapy and antibiotic treatment.
a rare allergy to vibrations caused by genetic mutation. This is one of the latest articles on Popular Science, and of course, this is a not so good vibration. 50 million Americans have allergies. Most people who have these allergies are allergic to their pet cats. They could be allergic to the fur of the cat, or they could be allergic to pollen, or nuts, or some kind of food. Dinner party recently where a woman was allergic to green peppers, which was included in one of the recipes of the food we were having, and she had an allergic reaction and we had to take her to the hospital. So we see that some people are so allergic to certain items that their life could be threatened by being exposed to them. Very few people, though, have a mysterious allergy to vibrations. This is called vibratory urticaria. So, for example, people who are using jackhammers or lawnmowers, or even bumpy bus rides or a bumpy car ride, can cause a person to break out in hives. They develop a rash or a headache or feel fatigued. Well, that's besides, of course, having back problems. While the allergic reaction is pretty mild, the root cause of the allergy has scientists confused. They're asking how this can take place. There's a team of researchers from the National Institute of Health, and they figured out that a genetic mutation causes this rare allergy called vibratory urticaria. And the Health Institute has figured out that a genetic mutation causes this allergy, according to a study published yesterday in the New England Journal of Medicine. The research team spotted people in different families who have vibratory urticaria and took samples of their DNA. They also took samples from their unaffected family members, and when the research team sequenced and compared the DNAs, they found that persons with the allergies had a mutation on a gene called ADGRE2, a mutated gene, ADGRE2. The unaffected family members didn't have that mutation. Also, that mutation was not present in any of the 1,000 other entries in the researchers' genetic database. So these researchers think that this is what's happening, that the mutated gene ADGRE2 acts as the blueprint for the body to create ADGRE2 protein. This protein is present on the surface of many cells that regulate the immune system. If the gene is normal, proteins can fit neatly into their designated spots on the cell membranes. But if the gene is not normal and is mutated, it causes the ADGRE2 protein to be less structurally stable. When vibrations hit the body, they break off part of the protein, causing these immune cells to act as though there's something harmful in the body and to produce an immune response. That's amazing. So now these research scientists know that some wonky proteins play a role in sounding the body's allergic alarms. In this way, they could better understand the effects of other types of allergens, according to a press release from the National Health Institute. I'll leave a link below for you for this.
Pros and cons. Cons. Running, hand clapping, towel drying, or even taking a bumpy bus ride can cause temporary skin rashes. People with vibratory urticaria also sometimes experience headaches, fatigue, blurry vision, flushing, and a metallic taste in their mouths. Several episodes each day. Most patients are only able to treat the symptoms, which is simply insufficient. Pros. Symptoms usually disappear within an hour.
which is technically called as urticaria. Let us see about causes, symptoms, and the treatments available for urticaria. Urticaria, commonly referred to as hives. It is a dermatological disorder that appears as red, raised eruptions on skin. It is also characterized by itching. The eruptions are of various sizes. Some of the symptoms of urticaria are appearance of red and white eruptions in the skin. These patches can appear on any part of the body. The eruptions may disappear after some time and reappear on another part. They will be characterized by itching, burning, and stinging. The symptoms may also include problems with digestion, fever, and weakness. Sometimes, changes in voice may also occur. What is angiopna? Angiopna is very similar to hives. It is also called as giant hives. In other words, angioedema is a severe version of hives. Some of the natural treatments for hives are, though antihistamines are effective, but most of them causes drowsiness and other issues. If the patient drinks nettle tea, it may relieve his throat. This tea can be made by stirring 2 teaspoons of powdered nettles into a cup of hot water and adding honey. Fresh lemon juice can be used if honey is not available. Patients can also apply calamine lotion on the affected area for soothing relief. Aloe vera gel and vitamin D oil have also been used to counter the effects of urticaria. Another way to relieve the itch is by bathing or dipping the affected area in warm water containing 1/2 cup cornstarch and 1/2 cup baking soda.
Issue applied in Ecuador. Vibratory urticaria is one of the dermatological diseases that have more impact on the quality of life of those who suffer it. For that reason, several studies compare it to the feeling of despair that can feel a person. In Ecuador, are increasingly developing campaigns to raise awareness of situations that a person with hives have to live day by day, causing a deterioration in their social life.
Hi, my name is Molly. This video covers how to treat hives. Hives are welts or wheals, raised red bumps on the skin, and they're itchy.
Aw, itchy man.
Yes, that does look like hives. The medical term for hives is urticaria. That's spelled Urticaria, urticaria, which is Latin for the sting of a nettle, just in case you needed to know. But most people call them hives. In most cases, hives are harmless, but may sometimes be a symptom of something more serious. So if you've had any changes in your skin, it's always advisable to see your doctor. In severe cases, hives can obstruct breathing, which is a medical emergency. However, in most cases, they are a harmless but bothersome condition. The hives appear and disappear quickly, usually within a few hours, and they itch a lot. Fortunately, they leave no mark on the skin, unless you scratch at them, so don't scratch. So how do you treat them? In most cases, the standard treatment is with antihistamines. Now there are various types of antihistamines, some of which may make you drowsy. These are the ones you want to take at night. The new non-sedating antihistamines may be taken during the day. You may also need to take more than one type of antihistamine to provide relief, or take several in combination. There isn't one best antihistamine that works for everyone. Antihistamines can be purchased over the counter, although stronger ones need a prescription. For them to work, they need to be taken daily as their action is to prevent hives. Antihistamines don't cure hives, by the way, they only ease the symptoms. Use only the minimum dose to control your hives, just enough for relief. Applying a frozen washcloth to the affected area may provide relief, but taking aspirin won't, as aspirin may worsen the hives. Home remedies for hives include nettle tea, vitamin D and E, and aloe vera. To read more about how to treat hives, types of antihistamines, and home remedies for hives, just click the blue link below this video. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your treatment. I wish you health, beautiful clear skin, and a happy smile.
Conclusion. People with this form of vibratory urticaria experience an exaggerated version of a normal cellular response to vibration. Investigating rare disorders such as vibratory urticaria can yield important insights into how the immune system functions and how it reacts to certain triggers to produce allergic symptoms, which can range from mild to debilitating. The findings from this study uncover intriguing new facets of mast cells biology, adding to our knowledge of how allergic responses occur.
Hi, it's Dr. Jeff Bonavio, board-certified dermatologist in San Diego, California. A patient came to see me this week and said that as her New Year's resolution, she started running. But she's running into a problem. Every day when she goes running, she develops an itchy rash all over. What's happening with her? She has urticaria. Urticaria is what most of us know as hives. And urticaria can be triggered by a number of things, and in some people, exercise. She has exercise urticaria. Here's skincare made simple. Urticaria is when the immune cells, called mast cells, in your skin release histamine. Histamine is incredibly itchy, and it causes pink welts all over. What can you do about it if you have hives or urticaria? Well, once the cells have released histamine, let's think of it as the spray bottle. Once it's in your skin, there's not much that you can do to stop the histamine from causing itching. So the way to prevent hives or urticaria is to take an antihistamine, which is the equivalent of taking the spray bottle and turning it to the off position. Now when she exercises, her mast cells can't produce histamine. As a result, she doesn't get the itchy rash. So if exercise urticaria happens to you, consider two things. One, see your physician just in case you have something else which needs to be diagnosed. And two, try antihistamines, which are available over the counter, and you can take about an hour or so before you exercise. Of course, if you're having difficulty breathing, you can't swallow, or you're turning blue, please go to the emergency room. Don't watch this video any further. But otherwise, see if that works for you. If you have other questions about skincare and exercise, then write a comment below or write to me at DermDoc on Twitter.